we just got the data download for the Bardock and like the Saiyan Day stuff on JP. Not yet for global, but I assume it's coming pretty soon. This video is probably going to be not a rant video, but it's going to be me complaining a lot. So if this is not what you if you're not a fan of those kinds of videos, I would probably just not watch it. But I'm going to be talking about what I think Dokkan's biggest problem is in this video for however long it takes, because this is starting to become ridiculous. We have a lot of categories in this game that just are useless, and whenever they go and rectify one of those categories, for example, this Bardock came out. He's a very, very good leader for the low-class warriors team, which is perfect. We need that, and I'm glad that they're doing that. And then they go ahead and release a category like this, which is not bad, but it's not good. Like, this is not a... I wouldn't say this category is good. It's, like, mediocre. And there's literally... You cannot tell me a single reason why this category exists. We don't need it. We don't need this category in the game. Like, half the categories in the game just don't serve a purpose. Like, cool, we have Otherworld Warriors. Cool, we have World Tournament. Cool, we have Namekians. Like, we don't need those categories. Like, just delete them. Hello? If you're not going to delete them, at least give them units that are going to help the category out and make them so that they're, you know, a lot of these categories are just overlapping with each other. And, like, I feel like they're at this point, they're just putting categories into the game for the sake of adding more categories. We don't need, like, hold on. Let me just pull this up for a second. Okay, character cards, then we'll go to categories. This is JP, by the way. Look how many categories we have. Do we need all these categories? Like, this is an unnecessary amount of categories. I think the category meta as like a meta is fine, and I'm not opposed to it. But there needs to be like some kind of like meeting at the Akatsuki like office or something to talk about categories like this Otherworld Warriors category. This is terrible. This is like, why would you even make on a... This is like a big celebration that JP had. This is the New Year's celebration. You're giving the headlining unit for the New Year's celebration a lead for this category. This sucks. It sucks. Like, this category came out with Android 13, by the way. Terrible Dokkan Fest. Who cares about Android 13? Android category leader, yay, we need another one. This category sucks. It is literally overlapping with like three other categories. Why is it in the game? Give me one reason. It doesn't need to be in the game. There's other things they can be doing with their time, with their resources, than making literally just absolutely needless categories that serve zero purpose. It makes no sense. And then the worst part about this is we go to this category, because the main thing about this video is going to be talking about this category, the revenge category. They omitted so many characters that could have helped this category out, because again, this category is not bad. I won't say it's bad, but it's not up there with the good categories. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what they have on here. We'll go through all the characters. I mean, the characters that are on here, I think most of them definitely deserve to be on there. There's like one or two which I don't agree with, and then there's a bunch that they just like left out for literally no reason. So Dr. Zero, yeah, fine. Bardock, obviously, because he's the leader for the category. Revenge, right? Cell, after he comes back, like super perfect Cell, that's fine, because he's getting revenge from being killed, right? That's fine. Ultimate Gohan makes sense. Golden Frieza is probably the #1 unit I would probably think of first to be on this category, the revenge category. If they omitted Golden Frieza from this category, I probably would have just quit the game. Next we have GT Frieza. Nobody cares. Even I don't care about GT Frieza. It's like literally why is he... whatever. Ma Junior's fine. That's perfect. He deserves to be on here. Hotjack, Dr. Lychee, that's also makes a lot of sense. Metal Cooler's fine. This is just a giant ape version of Ma Junior, so that makes sense. And then like there's a million Trunks on here. So Trunks, yep. Mecha Frieza, yeah, Mecha Frieza makes a lot of sense. Obviously should be on here. Mercenary Tao, Cyborg Tao, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Baby, yeah, all the babies are on here. That makes a lot of sense because of the Tuffles versus Saiyans thing. They want to get revenge against the Saiyans. His Super Saiyan 3 Goku is a little bit weird. This guy obviously is fighting Baby again, getting revenge on him for like possessing all of his friends, all the Earthlings and stuff. and him losing to him prior, right? So yeah, I get why he's on here, but if you're going to include this guy on here, like, there's so many other characters you could have included that made sense as well, with the same conditions that this guy made the team with, right? So, I mean, it's fine that he's on here, but if you're going to do that, just include, like, 400 million other characters on here that have the same conditions as this guy did to get on the team, right? Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, I mean, I don't really know why he's on here. Are you just gonna? I assume they're just gonna group him into the same reasoning as why they put the Super Saiyan Bardocks on here, but this is clearly not from the special, so I don't know why he's on here. Trunks, yeah, all the Trunkses, all the Mai's, whatever. Nobody cares about Mai. All the Trunkses, oh, yep. Trunks. Bardock, yep. Broly, obviously you know why Broly's here. Darkness Toa, I guess makes sense, and then Darkness Toa also goes in hand with the Mira. Okay, that's fine. Trunks. GT Cell, again, nobody cares. Trunks. Oh yeah, this Frieza, I don't know why he's on here. This is the Frieza from, technically, this is the Frieza from the showdown against Goku after he's revived, right before the Tournament of Power, right? With, like, where they both knock each other out. He's not really trying to get revenge. He's being recruited for the Tournament of Power. So yeah, I obviously love Frieza, but I don't think he technically deserves to be on this category over other characters. He wasn't very vengeful during that time period. He was a lot more vengeful up here, so it makes sense that this version of Golden Frieza was on the category. But this Frieza being on here, I don't see it. Yep, Trunks, Frieza, whatever. This is the Frieza from the Broly movie, makes sense. Kid Goku, yes, definitely. Trunks, yep. Android 16. I mean, I get it. It's like the, I guess, embodiment of Dr. Giro's revenge against Goku, because this guy's literally designed to kill Goku. For some reason, they just omitted Android 13 from the category, because that makes a lot of sense. Oops, sorry about that. I think if they're gonna put Android 16 on the category, they could have slid in, like, obviously 13. They could have slid in 17. They could have slid in 18, because again, all those androids were designed to kill Goku. Like 19 should have been on here as well. So just 16 being on here is a little bit weird. Cell, yeah, he goes with the other cells we just talked about. Trunks, yes, and Paragus, that's fine. Why is Boda Magetta on this category? Out of all the characters, they picked Boda Magetta. Explain that to me. I have no idea why he's on here. If someone can explain it to me in the comments, that'd be great. Now, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter talking about, oh, well, a lot of these characters are not revengeful. They're, like, vengeful, or they're avenging someone. Well, let's go ahead and just do this real fast. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the Merriam-Webster Thesaurus. Let's type in avenge. Oh, look! Synonyms for revenge. Revenge! Right there, revenge. isn't that interesting? I think if the Merriam-Webster Thesaurus has revenge as a synonym to avenge, and a character is classified as being, like, they want to avenge somebody, then you include them in the category. Like, if you want to be that strict about it, there's so many different things you could either include or disinclude from this category, and it just makes no sense. And we're going to go through a lot of different characters right now that I think should be included in the category. Starting from Majin Vegeta. I have a list up here. This is pretty much going to go from what I think are the least egregious offenses. So, for example, this Majin Vegeta, I think, definitely should be in the category, but I understand why they might have not wanted to put him in. And then, once we get down to the last unit I'm going to go over, like, there's no reason why I shouldn't be in the category. Like, there's no question. Like, you're stupid for not including him. So, Majin Vegeta, I mean, the thing that a lot of people are saying about Majin Vegeta is that he should be in the category because the whole time he's talking about, like, oh my god, like, Goku, like, when you beat me back in the Saiyan Saga, like, you destroyed my pride, and I'm gonna get revenge on you because of that. And I get that, for sure. I definitely think he should be included on the category. I mean, any reason to include a character on a category, I think, is fine. I think one of the reasons why they were so hesitant with doing this is because they really, for some reason, like, really wanted to make this guy have a 4-key leader skill for both these categories. Like, would anybody care if it was just plus 3-key and you included a bunch of better characters on the category? Like, nobody would care. Nobody cares about 4-key. Like, what? But yeah, definitely, it makes sense why this Majin Vegeta would be on the category. I think they should have included him. It makes no sense why they didn't. A lot of people are talking about this guy as well, the LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, the transforming one from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2. He's already on like 1 billion teams, so I kind of get why they didn't want to put him on this one, but he kind of does fit on here. He's literally watching Cell and Cell Jr. Like, all the Cell Juniors are literally just like beating up his entire like family and friends. And when he transforms, he's like, I'll never forgive you. And if that doesn't like embody the essence of revenge, then like what does? So he definitely deserves to be on the category. Next we have Cooler. I think Cooler, like, yeah, people are like, oh well, Cooler didn't necessarily want to avenge Frieza, like he just wanted to test his power against Goku, and that's kind of true, but you can't tell me he wasn't vengeful a little bit in the movie. I mean, even if it's not directly stated, like, he came all the way to Earth, and like, it's just not, like, put him on. Like, is it gonna break the category to put Cooler on here? He's the leader for transformation boost. You guys know how insane that category is. Like, it's not gonna break the game if you put him on this mediocre category. Next we have, this one's really weird. Mecha Frieza and King Cold LR. So we saw that this category has Mecha Frieza on the team, or on the category already, and they just didn't put the LR Mecha Frieza and King Cold on the category. I'm assuming it's because of King Cold being in the card, but that should not hinder this card from making it onto the category. Like, what? It makes no sense at all. Like, the whole reason they're going to Earth is because they want revenge on Goku. Like, King Cold is Frieza's father, and you just saw his son got blown up and like cut in half and exploded, and he's like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna go kill that guy who did this to you. Like, that's vengeance. Okay. Now we have Paradis and Broly. This one is like, now this is the top 3. This is like, there's no excuse why this guy's not in the category. There's literally zero. The entire premise behind the movie was that Broly was pissed at King Vegeta for exiling Broly. And they basically were vowing to get, like, revenge. Literally revenge. That's the category, by the way. To get revenge against King Vegeta for that. And they were training and making sure that Broly would be ready to do that at some point. And to tell me that this guy is not on the category, I mean, the only reason why I could even think about him not being on the category is because of Broly technically himself is not vengeful. But Broly's just listening to what Paradis is telling him the whole time. And Paradis is like the embodiment of revenge. Like, there's no difference here between Dr. Lychee and Hachiak. Hachiak is kind of just like an artificial life form created by Dr. Lychee. He doesn't have like his own, I mean, at least I don't think he doesn't have his own like conscience or whatever. He's just doing what he's programmed to do. And that's kind of similar to what Broly's doing too. Like, Broly's just doing what his father is telling him to do, which is revenge. He should be on the category. At number 2 we have Namek Goku. Last I checked, Namek Goku wanted to kill Frieza after he went Super Saiyan because he killed Krillin. You know the scene? What, like, the whole Krillin no Kotoka scene? Like, is that not vengeful enough for him to be on the category? Is him being so angry that he is the first Super Saiyan that we've seen in the whole series? Like, literally, Pinnacle of Fury is his name, and the only reason why this fury is triggered is because Krillin is killed by Frieza. Clearly, that would trigger revenge, vengeful feelings in him, right? He's on the Explosion of Anger category. That makes sense. I feel like a lot of the Explosion of Anger category characters can actually just make it onto this team as well, because a lot of times anger can manifests into revenge somehow. And that's definitely the case with this Goku. I mean, there's no way you can sit there and tell me this guy should not be on the revenge category. Like, what? And then number 1 we have Demon King Piccolo. This is probably the dumbest thing this game has ever done, by far. Like, Demon King Piccolo was sealed away for like over a century in the rice cooker from Mutaito. And Emperor Pilaf, releases him from the rice cooker, and he's like literally been trapped for over 100 years, and he's like, okay, well, now that I'm out, I'm gonna kill all the martial artists that can possibly overthrow me. And yeah, that can be linked to being a conqueror, like wanting to conquer the world, which definitely is a part of it, but clearly wants to get revenge against anyone who could essentially seal him up again, especially, you know, possible descendants of Mutaito as well. And if that's not enough for you, when Tambourine is killed by Goku, like, he feels physical pain in his body because it's sort of like the gimmick that he has where it's like linked to him. Basically, his children are like linked to him. He feels pain, and he's like, all right, well, now I'm gonna actually do it myself. And then he goes down and like obliterates Kid Goku, like as the older version of himself. Like, the second that this category was revealed, the revenge category, the first character I thought of was Demon King Piccolo. The whole premise of his arc is because the thing is, like, yeah, Goku, definitely vengeful in his fight against Frieza as a Super Saiyan because he wanted to get revenge. Paradis and Broly definitely vengeful at King Vegeta, but they didn't actually end up fighting King Vegeta. They fought, you know, regular Vegeta. This guy, yeah, Frieza and King Cole definitely vengeful against Goku. That's the whole reason why they went to Earth, and so on and so forth. But you look at Demon King Piccolo, the entire arc of the Demon King Piccolo arc is based around him wanting to get revenge, and he's not on the revenge category. I'm at a loss for words. This literally makes no sense. This is the worst thing Dokkan's ever done, and these categories are like, they become worse and worse every update. It's getting to a point where it's just like, why are they even making new categories? It just sucks. It sucks.